crafters. Welcome in to Guys Craft 2. My name is John, and I so appreciate you all being here with us this afternoon because I have Carrie from the Crafters Log with us. Uh-oh, where'd she go? All right, she'll be back in just a second. Carrie, we lost your picture. So I'm not sure. We've been chatting for about 10 minutes just in anticipation. All right, so while she sees what's going on her side, I am going to welcome in Melanie, was first in the chat tonight. So welcome in, Melanie. Thanks for being here. Hey, Candace, thanks for being joining us this afternoon as well. Mama Jan's here. Hey, Mama Jan, thanks for being here. Mama Jan was had dinner with us last night, so we got to spend a little time with Mama Jan. There she is. There's Miss Carrie.
Sorry, I got a phone call.
No, you're fine.
Stopped everything.
Yeah. Technology is a wonderful thing, is it not?
Yeah. My husband was trying to get my other PC going so I can actually use the PC and the webcam. And he's like, no, this one's bit the dust. So phone it is.
No, it's all good. So I was just going through some of the chat. Joydy's here joining us. Inez is here. Russ from Quilt Meets World is here this afternoon. Who else? Lord have mercy. Look at the chatters. Sally's here from California. Hi, Miss Sally. Judy's here. Thanks for joining us. Isn't it crazy how many? Look at all these people chatting us. Look, Balloonist is here from Tucson. She says it is hot outside. I will have to say I did not know because I have not been out of the house today. I decided today's not a day I want to be outside. I have actually been my partner's been doing long arming. And so he's got three quilts completed. I'm trying to get the binding done. He's got a fourth one on the long arm. And so we've been doing a lot of long arming this weekend.
Busy. I woke up and it was 58 degrees outside this morning.
No way.
Yeah, it was nice.
See, we would need a jacket at 58 degrees. That was so cold for us.
I went out to water my flowers and it was nice. I was like, oh, but it was only like, this is our cool week. So it's in the 80s this week. And then next week we'll bump up to back into the 90s.
Yeah, see, we're like 115 today.
I used to live in Arizona. I was there at the 122 degree. That I will never forget that summer. Oh my gosh, it was hot. But I moved out of Arizona about 17 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Uh-huh. You don't miss the heat. Don't miss it at all. I miss the sunset.
Right. Wintertime's amazing here, though.
Yes. That's why my parents became snowbirds at one point.
Well, we do pay for it during the summer.
Uh-huh.
So, Carrie, why don't you tell us a little bit about your channel and what you've got going on?
Let's see. I started the channel because I was a stay-at-home mom. I homeschooled my daughter for a little bit, and I wanted something to do that I could work around her schedule, my husband's schedule, because he works from home also. And just to bring in some extra money. He's still waiting for that money to come in. I just keep buying. But so far, I've only been doing sewing and quilting, subscription boxes and stuff. But I do all kinds of crafts: wreaths, T-shirts, vinyl work, tumblers, mugs. My daughter's getting me into stickers.
Oh my goodness.
Crocheting. So we do a little bit of everything here. Oh, and I was working on an eyeglass chain before I started prepping my fabric.
So like an eyeglass chain, is that with beads and beading? Is that what?
You can do beads. I bought a chain, just a plain chain that I could detach some links and put in the ornaments that I want to with little lobster claws
Oh,
on
no
it.
kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm teaching her economics and how to build a business and inventory and all that stuff. So that's part of her education.
Well, and that's part of what's, sometimes wrong, right? We come out of school and we don't have the practicality that we need, right? It's,
Mhm. The life
I know
skill.
my son didn't understand because he had checks that didn't mean that he had money. So he learned the bank kept sending him these notices, and he goes, "Dad, what's up with this?" And I'm like, "Well, honey, you're overdrawn. Like you have to have the money in the account." He goes, "But I have checks." I'm like, yeah, no, you're not that naive. You can't be that naive.
It's not unlimited Federal Reserve.
Right? Just so crazy. Um, Sally
Yeah,
says a dry heat in Arizona. Laughlin was hot and humid yesterday.
the humidity is just so bad. That's one thing I liked about Arizona. I thought the heat in Arizona was much more easier to deal with than when I transitioned out here to Missouri. Because I legit thought I was dying when I moved out here and had my first summer. I was just like, you walk outside and you're just drenched. So,
Yeah, the big thing for me was like I was telling you earlier, when I used to travel to Missouri, it was the summertime with the mosquitoes and the humidity. It was like, wow. I mean, because at the time I lived in South Carolina and different, but there's a different mosquito that shows up in Missouri. They're crazy.
they're big. They
Yeah.
they get pretty big out here. It's just nuts. It's just nuts.
But they
When
have a
you
lot.
Yeah.
The state still has a lot to offer, though, right? You still have, oh, you've got Branson.
We do have Branson. Branson's fun. I do like going up there. Um, Branson, St. Louis. St. Louis has got some great restaurants. Kansas City's really good too. If you're wanting good barbecue and stuff.
Yeah, interesting enough, so I'm a big Hallmark person. So last year for my big birthday, we decided to do the Christmas in Hallmark in December. And so we had a good time. It was an event for sure. It was the first year hosting it, and it was in Kansas City at the Hallmark Center. And it was so funny because I remember it was like 78 here when I flew out, and my niece and her husband were picking me up at the airport. It was like 7 o'clock at night, and she calls me while I'm waiting on my luggage, and she goes, "I hope you had enough sense to bring real clothes." And I said, "Well, I'm still in shorts and a t-shirt, but I did pack a jacket in that." And she goes, "It's 9 degrees right now." I was like, I don't know that I've ever experienced 9 degrees. So that was my welcome to Kansas City.
Yeah, that's chilly. That is chilly. That's when I stay inside. I do grocery delivery. Um, the only thing I have to do is make sure my driveway is salted. That way, the delivery people can get in and out of it.
That does make all the difference for us, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
So, Carrie, what are you working on? What projects have you got going in the works?
Um, the one project that I'm working on right now is a panel.
Oh, I saw your posting today. I love the pink barn.
Isn't it cute? Isn't it
It's
cute?
just so different, right?
Yes, it is. So I figured that was small enough that I could work on while we chit chat.
Mm-hmm.
And this will probably be the second project that I've done. Well, the second project from the Quilted Cow that I've done with all their boxes that I've gotten.
I've never gotten a project from them. I've done, I do tend to shop a lot, but the Quilted Cow was one that was new to me.
Mm-hmm. They're new to Missouri. The one they have one in Branson West. 5 years they've been there, I believe, and then the one in Springfield, Missouri, has been there just a year, I think, maybe a little over a year. And I'm actually attending her quilt retreat at the beginning of September.
Oh, wow.
But they keep popping up. The Quilted Cow shops everywhere. Like we've gotten four, I believe four now here in Missouri within the past 2 years.
They've grown fast as a small
Yes,
town then, right?
they have, but from what I understand, they've been in business up in, I want to say New Jersey. They started up in the Northeast 15 some years ago. I just saw a post on Facebook that they've been around a whole, quite some time. And I'm like, oh, well, you're new. One place that I have not been to here in Missouri is Missouri Start Quilt Co.
Oh, no kidding.
I have not been there.
Never even thought about that. But yeah, you're right there. So how far are they from you all?
Oh, it's about 5 hours.
Okay, so they're on like the other side of the state then.
They're up north, northeast, northwest. But yeah, it's like a 4.5, 5 hour drive, and they say that it's a town where you have to stay the night because you can't do it all in one day.
Oh, I can only imagine. I mean, my understanding is the town was small, next to nothing, and pretty impoverished until she showed up, and I think she is the town now, and which is great.
She is the town, and yeah, Jenny, I want to get up there and see her and visit that place because I think it will be just amazing, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun to get a group of people to go up there and just hang out. Kind of like a quilt retreat kind of thing, but you're not really inside doing quilting stuff. You're just inside shopping. And now they do say, I think it's a great place to open up a restaurant because from what I've read, there's barely any places to eat at around there.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Well, the other stuff just hasn't caught up or followed into the town yet, it sounds like.
Right.
I would think she brings a pretty, that shop is bringing a lot of traffic through town now.
I would think so myself.
Of course, she's on a retreat, or I guess she's still in Africa, I think. Missionary trip.
That would be fun. A quilt cruise. Have you been on one of those?
I have not. Now, Russ is going on one with Stephanie from Stitch in Heaven. I think they go in October. I can't remember if it's September or October. Now, I did just see Becca and Ian and then Tiffany Quilting Life are having one a year from September.
Okay.
And it's an Alaskan cruise.
Ooh. I got to write names down.
That sounds like a lot of fun. We looked at it. We haven't committed to it yet. My partner said he would be willing to go. He's always wanted to do a cruise. I've done a lot of cruises, but I've never done a quilting cruise.
I've never done a cruise.
I like it. I think you either like it or you don't, right? There's no in between. I like that you get dinner, a show, all of that, and then you just get up and leave, right? So you go have dinner, you get to order whatever you want, and you just leave. You go have a show every night, and one night's a comedian, and another one's a Broadway. It's just, but you're well entertained the whole time with all these little stops in between. I just wonder how I would feel about sitting in a room and trying to quilt and sew, knowing that, well, maybe I'd rather be at the pool right now. It's because you wouldn't have to divide your time, right?
Right. You're right. Yeah, that's my problem is I would have to get like the expensive room I had a window. I have a problem with not being able to see out.
Yes. Yeah, I get a balcony room now every cruise, and the first one we did just the window, which we turned out to be like a 6-inch porthole, and it was like, yeah, that's not a window. I mean, you could call it what you want, but that little thing is not a window.
No. I need to be able to jump off and out if I needed to.
Yeah, and then it doesn't help that Netflix just posted the poop cruise.
A friend of mine keeps wanting me to watch it, and I'm like, no, I don't want to ruin my idea of a cruise.
Because I have done like 15 cruises, and I mean, I've always had good luck. I did one last October. I did Virgin for the first time, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I really liked Virgin because as a grandparent, it was really nice that Virgin doesn't allow anyone on the ship under 21.
Oh, okay.
So it's a whole different type of cruise when you don't have children anywhere in that. And like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed it, but then I keep sitting back going, wow, there's so much to do in the country, right? There's so many places to go see. And
Yeah, my family and I, we talk about getting a camper and just taking a month off and seeing where all we can go right here in the US without having to figure out how to work sea legs.
yeah. Yeah, and I've been very fortunate because I've never gotten sick on a cruise. The motion doesn't bother, none of that. So it's, but I did have a former spouse that refused to take any Dramamine or anything, and by the end of the first night was always sick from motion sickness and that. And I was like, well,
Oh no.
sucks for you because I'm going to be at dinner, I got the casino. Right till you take something, but
Yep, enjoy it.
they thought they could, power through it, and it's like, no, you just, some people can, some people don't, and
Yeah. That's why my husband, I was on the verge of canceling my quilt retreat. And he's like, don't stop your life because I'm sick. And I was like, oh, you know, but he's convinced me to go. But luckily, I'm only an hour and a half away. So if something were to happen, I'd be able to
that's why I
talk.
was going to ask you, how far will it be? So an hour and a half's not that bad.
No.
How many
No.
overnights is it?
Huh?
How many nights is it?
Um, 3 nights.
Okay.
3 nights. And really, I could get away with just 2 nights, but he's like, go. Just get a room. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to argue.
Well, it's a nice gift to yourself with everything you've got going on.
Yeah.
Sometimes the caregiver needs some of that rebound time as well, right?
That's what people keep telling me.
Hmm.
Just,
Hey, Sean just joined from The Guy Who Sews. Hey, Sean, welcome in. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Sean. Don't know you. Nice to meet you.
Sean says he's always done inside rooms and he's been happy.
Oh, oh no. See, I can't. So my as a family, we play a game called Minecraft.
Oh, okay.
And I can't go in the mines when they go down to dig because that's how bad my fear is of being enclosed.
That is the name of the game, though, right? Minecraft?
Yeah. Yeah, but no, I can't. No, it freaks me out. It does, and so I have to have a window or see light, not fake light, real light. I don't want 3, 4. Sorry, I'm counting when I'm trying to cut.
No, you're fine. And I think that's part of the issue for me is I've worked in manufacturing for so many years and been isolated that it's like, when I'm home, I have all the windows open, all the blinds, like I have just been so dark or artificial, for so many years. It's like, no. I need real light. I want to see things. And it's just, I think it's the way our bodies are programmed sometimes, right?
I think so. I couldn't be no hermit for me.
So, Carrie, how'd you get started with quilting?
Um, I started because I was making but the tea towels. I used to crochet the tops on tea towels.
Yeah.
And then I was like looking around to see what other tops we can do. And now you can sew quilt the tops on.
Hmm.
Then I was doing pot holders and coasters. And so I started small lanyards and key rings kind of thing. And then my family started asking for blankets. So,
It's funny how they ask for what they need, isn't it?
uh-huh. And so that was my goal. I was hoping to have quilts made for everybody this year. It's not happening because it's just so time consuming. Um, and when you have family members that aren't necessarily paying, you know, for their quilts and projects, it takes a little bit of time because they do cost.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest shock when I started this, is I had no idea what type of investment in that. I mean, I grew up, my mother only sewed, and she made clothes and that, pantsuits and all that back in the day, but she never quilted, had no interest. Her sister, my aunt, quilted and did everything by hand, and it was amazing watching her. But I remember mom bought a spool of thread for 20 cents or
Oh,
6 for $1 or something. I mean, I'm that old, and it's like when I first found out how much a spool of thread cost, I was like, wait a minute, guys, this is. And then fabrics went from just a couple of years ago at $9.95, $10.95 a yard, to all of a sudden it's 14, 15, $16 now.
I know. Oh my gosh. That's There's been some fabric lines that have come out, and I'm seeing people, it's like 14.99, 14.95 a yard. I'm like, ugh, oh my gosh. And they're like the Tula Pink, they're forest. They're full moon forest too.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's Yeah. Needless to say, I have not got it. But I've been
Well,
trying to. Yeah.
some people are just Tula Pink fanatics, and they may have 2 drawers full of Tula Pink, and they may have the October collection already on order.
Right. No. I'm a fan of owls, so that's the reason why I wanted it.
I actually bought, so not only do I have the fabric that I've yet to do anything with, but I actually went to OESD because they sell the embroidery files. And one of the files that I bought for that collection was the owl, because her owl
Oh.
just absolutely gorgeous. And so I ended up buying the embroidery file for it, but I think it's like 50,000 stitches or something. I mean,
Oh my
it's going to
gosh.
stitch, day and night for, for a while,
Yes, you will.
but I had to have it. I was like, no, I got to have that.
I do. My brother machine has embroidery on it, so it's a sewing embroidery machine combo. And I've I've attempted to do some embroidery work, small stuff, but nothing really major. But it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, years ago I had a commercial embroidery business, so I got really spoiled by having bigger machines. So I do have a 10 needle,
Okay.
and then I actually have a Viking Epic 2 that I use for some of the smaller stuff um, that doesn't require as many thread changes, or especially some of the applique. Um, that comes with a stitch file and that it's easier to really do it on that machine. Mm-mm. Hey Zaza, thanks for being here this afternoon. Charlotte joined. Hey Alex from Living and Crafting with MS, thanks for being here this afternoon.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you.
Sean says it was crazy expensive in Australia. I think it was close to $35 Australian for a meter when he was last there in 2017. Can you imagine?
No. No, I got a nephew over there in Australia now, and he's like, he's having to come back home because he hasn't been able to make the money that he thought he would out there. And he's pretty crafty. He takes those old quilts and turns them into jackets, and how he does it with no skill, no training. I got him into crocheting the tea tops or the tea towels and stuff. And then he's like, I really want to do this. And I'm like, a serger, get yourself a serger. So his mom bought him a serger for his birthday, and he puts out some pretty cool stuff with those old quilts that he picks up from Goodwill and the thrift stores. Sometimes I'm like, you did what with the quilt? You know?
It is amazing what they can do, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. At least it's being used. You know, he's turned him into some great little jackets, and I'm like, and he uses them. So,
I
and
don't know.
he's an old Arizona boy. He's getting ready to come back, and he was living in Colorado, and now he's coming back to live in Vegas.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, yeah. He's a massage therapist. And so he was out there doing massage in Australia and just hasn't been able to make it out there.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, well, he'll do well in Vegas, I would think.
I would think so too. That place is hopping.
Sean says, needless to say, I only bought 1 meter of
Meter.
Joy says that John has Tula overload, but she knows where I hide it. Mama Jan knows where I hide it. She was here last night, and we were going through some stuff, and she just shakes her head at me.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay.
You're hoarding it, huh?
I am. Well, I'm just working to find the right design, right? It's like I'm just, before I cut it, I want to know that that's what I want. You know, I want to be very committed to that's what I want that to be. Mm-hmm. And so it's kind of crazy. Tina says, hey, Tina, Urban Threads has some pretty cool owl designs too. I have not looked at them. I don't know the last time I was on Urban Threads.
Okay, Urban Threads. I like going to little mom and pop shops.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Missouri Start Quilt Co. and the Quilted Cow and that kind of stuff. But I like supporting the little mom and pop shops too.
I like to support the local when I can. I needed yesterday, so I'm lucky because we have within 10 minutes, I have 5 quilt stores. And so I ran yesterday because I needed a solid background. And you would think with all the fabric that I have, with what I have on the Etsy, you know, like I should not have to go out and buy fabric, but yet I still do. And I still like to, when I can, buy it locally because I still, like everybody else, I still want to touch it and see it. It doesn't always show up, you know, virtually exactly the way it's going to look. You know, it's still
yeah. That's one of the reasons why I like going into quilt shops is so I can touch it all.
Yeah, and we just had a big Christmas in July sale at my favorite quilt shop. So, needless to say, I bought way more than I should have.
Is that the name of the quilt shop?
No,
favorite quilt shop? Oh.
No, but there is one called that online, and I have bought quite a bit from them. But my local shop that I really like is 35th Avenue.
Is that 35th Avenue Sewing Back?
Yes.
What is her name?
Jackie.
Yes, I went to high school with her.
No, you didn't.
No way. I saw it on I heard you on one of your videos. You mentioned you went to 35th, and I'm like, he's in Arizona. There's only one person I know, or one shop in Arizona. And I went to high school with Jackie, and at the time, her parents owned it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to high school with her.
They've got 3 locations. They have one out here next to me that's a very small store. They
Uh-huh.
still have the main store in Phoenix, and then they have another store out in Chandler, which I've actually never been to.
Yeah.
But
Jackie. I'm trying to remember what her last name was in high school.
I have no idea. I've never heard her last name.
It's been a long time. I graduated, yeah,
But
a long time ago.
she's one of the first ones that helped me get started. I happened, of all crazy weekends, the weekend I decided I wanted a sewing machine and what I wanted, I went into that store, not knowing that store from any others. And Jackie's one of the first people I met, and it happened to be Christmas in July. So they were
Oh,
having a huge sale on that. I think I spent like $500. I bought thread, fabric, I had a shopping cart full and had no idea how to turn the machine on. But
I was I was that way. I was that way. But that's so cool. What a small world. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. When you said that at 35th, and I'm like, I'm gonna ask. That's why I asked if you owned it. When I asked you if you owned your own shop, if
Right.
you were um, owner of the 35th Avenue, because she's got a brother and his name is John.
Oh, no kidding. No. I've met a few of them down there. I know Jack that works there and cuts and that. Karen is from Australia. She's want to cut all my fabric for Christmas. So I know a lot of them there, but I didn't know that about Jackie.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Went to high school with her. And yep, her parents owned it so this was back in the 80s because I graduated in 90.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
yeah, so that store has been around for quite some time.
I don't think it's probably changed a bit.
I went in there. I went to one of her shops one time. Because after high school you just get things happen, and I moved out and stuff like that. But yep, that is nuts. What a small world.
That is crazy.
4, 5.
Zaza, who's over in Scotland, says Sean makes her laugh hearing Americans complain about fabric prices. Some layer cakes are 60 pounds over there in Great Britain, Scotland area. That's $78.
And I had somebody from Germany comment on one of my posts one time, and they were like, "We can't get this stuff here." And I was like, "If it wasn't so much, I'd be like, here, I'll just send you my scraps. I'll send you I'll send you my stuff that I don't use, or you know."
I tell you what, I like to watch Adam on Adam Sews.
Okay.
He's from Great Britain, I'm assuming around England. I actually met him at QuiltCon in Phoenix this year, and just a super, super nice guy. He was here with his husband, and but he does all of this. He does all of these bags and does these Bianni and all these beautiful, beautiful bags. But he uses Tula Pink, and he has a wall full of Tula Pink, and I'm like, Tula Pink's not cheap, and I mean, like, he has bolts of it sitting around. I'm like, dude, but as fast as he'll make a bag and put it on his Etsy store, it's gone.
Oh,
Like,
I believe it.
wait to see it, see him post something, and they buy it as soon as he posts it.
Yeah. I wrote his name down, so I'm going to check him out. I've made one little tote bag. It was quilted, and it was just a little thing, and I use it for makeup. So that's the only bag I've ever made, other than, well, I lied. I did use a Pioneer Woman. So I started getting like Pioneer Women. She had a bunch of, when she first came out, all of her placemats and stuff went on clearance for 50 cents at Walmart. And so I bought them up, and I was making just like little cosmetic bags out of them. Yeah, that was super easy and super cool. I think I turned a couple of them into little wine tote bags.
Really?
easy peasy stuff where I wasn't having to read a pattern and trying to guesstimate everything. Like
Zaza says, John, have to and want are not the same thing.
I like Zaza.
Just have to have some of that fabric. It's crazy. Delia says, if you're welcome in. Danielle's here from Danielle Stitchery. Hey, Danielle, thanks for being on.
Hey, Danielle. Yeah.
She's a sweetheart. We're doing a Halloween project together in September.
Awesome.
So John bought his first, well, not his first. I have multiple paper piecing projects, but I bought a paper piece quilt that's all gnome Halloween characters. So I'm hoping to be brave enough to be able to do that with Danielle. We'll see.
I love gnomes. And I did purchase a quilt kit, and it's got paper piecing in it. And I looked at it and I'm like, yeah. Luckily, I'm going to the quilt retreat. One of the women said in the Facebook group that she is going to be doing paper piecing. And I'm like, can I watch you? Because this quilt is big. And it's a mystery. I got it from the Fat Quarter shop, and it's a mystery block.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And there's the edging and stuff like that is all paper piecing, and I've never done it before. And I've avoided it. But until now, I avoided buying anything that was paper piecing until that one came in, and then I noticed it. So now I have no excuse. I have to learn how to do it.
Well, Danya has told me in the past that she'd be thrilled to help. She's an enabler. Her and Russ enable me on stuff. They both help me spend my money.
Right.
What I found this weekend is because we were starting to do a lot more long arming, I decided I had to have a few more pentagrams and more patterns, even though my machine came with probably 500, but that's not enough. And interesting enough, when I was shopping this weekend, I bought the cutest pentagram pattern for long arming that is all gnomes. They're a Christmas stocking hat. They're throwing snowballs with snowflakes around them. And I'm like, the problem is the quilting is not supposed to be the show.
Right.
Right? I mean, but I had to have it. I was like, it is just too adorable. I had to have that.
I'm looking at my fabrics because there was oh no, it doesn't have gnomes on it. I love gnomes. It's Valentine's.
Oh, okay.
Valentine gnomes. Yeah. I don't have any Christmas
Valentine gnome. I did a Valentine gnome panel last year that it was just a big panel with his and her gnome Valentines all in the hearts and that. It was really cute.
Cute. What's your biggest struggle with when you first started quilting? Any craft. What was the biggest struggle?
Well, I think it's just getting through that initial step, right? I was terrified. So I worked for a furniture company years ago, and I supervised the sewing, framing, and all that. All the new hires came through my training center. I didn't know how to do any of it, but I had master trainers. But I remember once or twice a week that one of the ladies that was learning to sew sewed her finger. So I was terrified because we had an on-site nurse actually to send her to. And of course, these are industrial jukies running on air pressure. Yeah. And so when I bought a machine, I was like, I don't know that I can ever do this because I'm scared to death. I'm going to sew my finger.
My mother-in-law sewn her thumb in a regular machine. And I'm like, how? I don't get it. Was it going too fast?
Oh, so you want to see what I've done?
Yes. Oh, I love that.
So that is, which way? That is all AccuQuilt. So it was cut with my AccuQuilt dies. And then he long armed it yesterday for me, and we did it with the circles and squares, so it's
Oh,
very
I like.
mystery looking.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
geometric.
To
Yeah.
me, with those stars, it needed something to kind of contrast it.
Yeah, I like it. It looks good.
So it
I
is done.
I bought an AccuQuilt also.
Did you?
I did. Um, I love it. Haven't used all of my dies yet. I've been using, I got the 8-inch block and I kind of regret getting the 8-inch block. Um, but what I've been doing is taking fabrics and cutting out one block. Because you can wait, what? I think it's like 28 different patterns that you have with it.
Oh yeah,
And
at
so
least.
I want to make a different, each star or each block, I want to make a block and then turn that into a quilt. I did get the Goose Tracks one, and I think that's going to be super cute if I can find the right fabrics for it. Uh, but yeah, I love it. It's great for my jelly roll rugs. Because I got the 2-inch one, doop, doop, just do those strips so easy.
Makes all the difference. I tell you what, I did this, not done yet, but I made this with a jelly roll because I had this jelly roll and I wanted to do like a scrappy potato chip.
Oh, that's cute.
So,
I love Halloween.
and I had the jelly roll, so all I had to do was go through and cut it down. And I realized I'll never buy another jelly roll as long as I live. I was so tired of seeing those little pink
Right.
everywhere. And I'm like, and I rolled it, I shook it. I was like, it just doesn't make a difference. And I thought, you know what? If this was AccuQuilt, I could have just cut it on my 2.5-inch, would have been cleaner.
Yeah, I don't have very many jelly rolls left. I think I bought I think the last 3 jelly rolls, actual rolls that I have, I bought at Joann's when they were going out of business, so they were on clearance. But otherwise, I just used my AccuQuilt. Or before, I was cutting it, choop choop, cutting it myself. But so much more economical to use it just to buy the yardage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had
My
no idea.
biggest struggle. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I had no idea when I started grabbing them, like how much it's like you're paying for that convenience because
Definitely. Definitely. One of my biggest struggles that I find with quilting is getting colors that match, or actually I'm learning more about the colors on the color wheel. And take this quilt for example, or the one that I'm working on. There's a rose and a pink. Which one's rose and which one's pink?
oh yeah.
I mean, do I go with the pink as the pink, or
Well, and it's funny you said that because my partner was asking the other day, he goes, well, on the color wheel, this, if you're using this color, this is its natural complement, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, whatever. So I got on Amazon and ordered a color wheel. So color wheel sitting in there. I was like, okay, I've just always just done that naturally, but there is something to be said for that, right?
right? Yeah, no, I just well, in wreath making too. I mean, that was one of the big things is, doing the color wheel when you're wanting something to pop out, you got to go opposite of it. That way it complements it.
Yep.
And stuff. So I learned that and with the wreath making and stuff. Because before I was just throwing stuff together and I was like, oh, that looks good. To me, it looked good, but
Crazy. Hey, Katie's here from the Greenland Quilter. Hey, Katie, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Have you watched Katie's video yet, Carrie?
I have not. So I'm got a list of everybody that I need to follow, that I need to look up.
Yep. I'll be on Katie's channel actually next week. So I'll be on her channel next Saturday, and she'll be here with me next Sunday.
Oh, okay. So
Katie is a sweetheart, and she's over in Greenland, obviously. But I think she grew up in Florida. So she's a USer that relocated. And, she's got lots of fun things going on, but she'll get you in trouble too. She got me started with cotton cuts and some of those things. So
Okay. Oh, I've gotten a cotton cut box. Cotton cuts. Who else? Yeah, I have a lot of boxes down here that's got a lot of projects that I haven't done.
oh, Katie says, John, you have new mail. I will check after the live, Miss Katie.
Uh-oh. So what's Katie's channel?
The Greenland Quilter.
Oh, the Greenland Quilter. The Greenland Quilter. Okay, cool.
She just did a 12-hour show a few weeks ago. I don't know how on earth she managed to do 12 hours.
Like 12 hours live?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. She's a beast. Let me tell you. This girl, Miss Katie, can get after it. She's on live 2 and 3, 4 days a week sometimes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, my workstation is standing, so I wouldn't be able to do that. Like all my sewing table and cutting table, they're all standing. So
right.
Standing for 12 hours, I might sit down and take a break and read chat. But I'll definitely have to check. I love those marathons, though. I love, and especially people that can just stay up that long and work and have that drive. That's amazing.
I was watching Ian, the Off Kilter Quilter, last week. And he goes, sorry, guys, I got to take a potty break. Oh, okay. Well, it does happen, but.
When I did, when Damon Oates, who was.
I did stuff with Damon for.
He would do the lives for quite some time, and he would put like a little dancing bobblehead thing when he had to take a break, so he'd sit and watch something.
So Sean's a good one to watch, the guy who sews. You'll want to check out Mr. Russ. He has a good channel. We've been on together. Russ keeps me in trouble most of the time, but that's okay. He if I miss a sale, somehow he manages to go, he probably didn't look at this email and he'll send it to me. Like I purposely didn't open that email because I knew I didn't need anything else.
The one email that I open up regularly is the Missouri Start Quilt Co. just because their end of bolt boxes are amazing.
Yeah, I got a little turned off with them about a year and a half ago or so, just because if you'd order from them, it might be 3 weeks or 6 weeks before you'd get, it was like their fulfillment was so bad that I'd get stuff and go, well, I forgot I even ordered that a month ago. And I will say the last 2 times I've ordered from them, I've gotten things like in 3 days. So it's probably growing pains. It was, but it was like, guys, you order stuff sometimes because you want it, not because it's always just nice to have, as I have a shelf full of stuff, as Joydy will tell you.
Right. Well, I do know, like, there's 2 ways to order through Missouri Co. And it's if you bundle, like when you check out and you do a bundle, it takes longer for some reason.
Yes.
Rather than just going in there for something specific and ordering the specific thing and not bundling it with everything.
I've never bundled.
That was my experience.
I've never bundled because I know, because usually if I'm jumping on to get something, it's because it's on sale. And so if you put it in the bundle, it may be gone by the time you get ready to do the full so I've never bundled, but I think that's actually a nice feature that they do have.
I did pick up quite a few of her Kona solids too when they went on sale. Their bolts. Her bolts will go, I think I picked them up for like $36 for 8 yards for a full bolt.
Yeah, and I have learned it's so much better just to have I keep several solids here now by the bolt. It's just so much easier because you go through some of these solids a lot, especially black and white. I seem to do everything in black and white. I think I just got 3 new bolts of white.
The same white or?
No.
Okay.
I have white and snow, and I didn't realize how many shades of white there were.
Well, hence my pink and rose that I was trying to figure out.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, just crazy. All right. I'm ignoring chat. Let me see who else. What else is going on with chat? Mama Jan says embroidery library. Oh, embroidery library is workers owned. Jackie's maiden name was Foss, Foss.
Yes. Yes.
So, Mama Jan used to work at 35th. You guys.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Let's see what else is going on. Inez is here. Hey, Inez, in case I've missed you. I know I've missed a lot of chat. Sorry, guys. Carrie and I have been talking tonight. How crazy is that?
Yeah. It was a great deal on those, on the Kona solids. I picked up maybe 6 of them when she had them on sale.
It does make all the difference.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Linda's Trendy Threads is on tonight. Good afternoon. She says she would love to do a quilt retreat. Becky's here this afternoon. Hey, Becky, welcome in. Who else? Zaza says she sewed her finger as a kid on Granny's 1937 Singer, and it was very.
Oh, that just makes me
right?
cringe so bad.
Inez says I've sewn my thumb and cut my finger with the rotary cutter. So she's done it all. So she ought to be good moving forward. Danielle's the one that drives me nuts. She burns herself all the time with her iron. She's always hitting her iron with something. It's like, girl, you got to think about this. Come on. Becky says she likes the jelly rolls because you get so many different fabrics in them, which I do agree. I do like that you get that assortment. That's why sometimes I do the layer cakes.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Oh, Mama Dan, she is our AccuQuilt lady for our quilt club. She says if you have the 8-inch cube, you can make 72 different blocks with it. And then if you add the corners to it, which is the supplemental, you can make 144 blocks.
I will be at that forever.
Yes.
Just cutting it. Just cutting it. Holy moly.
Katie says 12 hours is nothing. Laugh out loud. I just can't imagine how that girl did it.
Well, Katie, whenever you want to, we'll do a marathon together. I'll just need some coffee.
And Russ from Quilt Meets World says he's innocent, that he doesn't enable me, is what he tries to say. But you don't have to watch my channel very long to know there's nothing innocent about Russ.
Now I'm going to be on the lookout for Russ.
But I'm very fortunate to have someone like him. He is he's become a really good friend. He's over in Atlanta.
Okay.
So he's a good guy. Oh, Becky says Missouri Star is now using Amazon for some of their shipping also.
Oh, wow.
So interesting enough, one of the things Amazon was trying to start right before COVID was actually decided they could compete with FedEx and UPS. And they were offering some of the smaller businesses an opportunity to just use them as their shipper.
Okay.
And you actually didn't have to sell through Amazon, but you could still use them as a distribution, and they had to stop it because of COVID because they couldn't keep up with their own business, let alone adding more, adding something like that. So they must have gotten that started again.
Right. Sounds like it.
Definitely go find a way to make a penny. That's for sure. Let's see who else is on. Yeah, Barb said. Barb said the last time she got Missouri Star quilt, they've been coming by Amazon, and they've been coming really quick. Oh, Becky says you pay as you go on the bundle. That way you can still get the daily deals. I did not realize that.
Oh, okay.
You had to, if you put it in the bundle, that if you didn't check it out, that you'd end up losing that deal.
You keep adding to it. Okay.
Not that I need another site to buy from or look at again. Mama Jan came yesterday. I had 3 cases of batting sitting in the cutting room. She goes, "What is that?" I said, "That's all batting." She goes, "But it's 3 big boxes." I was like, "Well, yeah, but we're running the long arm now, so I need more batting."
Uh-huh.
It is surprising how quick you go through that stuff.
That's one thing I've learned is that because I was just buying small, like the small packages, like the twin size or whatever for a bed or something. I'm like, I ended up just buying big rolls of it and cutting it because it's, so much more economical that way.
Yeah, I buy it by the roll, and I buy 108 or even wider. Can't remember now. But then I ended up going back and buying some of the rolls, like crib size and all of that, because it's just easier to manage sometimes than trying to cut this big piece, and then cut it down. It's like, okay, you got to have a little variety.
Mm-hmm. Do you have it hanging from the ceiling?
Yes.
On the rolls? That way you can just roll it down and
Yep. 80-20 on one side, and I have bamboo on the other side.
There you go. I was trying to get my husband. I told him, I was like, I need a hanger in here. He's like, what? And I was like, I need to hang this from the ceiling. And showed him my big old roll.
Well, the problem is you just run out of room. I mean, I have I'm very fortunate. Like, we bought this house because it had a really big utility room that had a huge table that now has become my cutting room. So that's one. And then the second bedroom became the long arm room. And then this bedroom became the YouTube studio. So, and I feel like all I do is run all over the house all the time.
That's when you just need to get your own, like get a house and knock all the walls down, except for the ones that need to be up. That way you're not having to go in and out of walls, but then you lose your wall space for hanging stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's my problem now. If I've got a design wall set up, but I don't have any wall space anywhere that I can really put it up. But it's like, I'd really like to have a design wall.
1, 2, 3, 4. I would like to have a design wall. Right now I have a design floor.
I have a king size bed, so I use that a lot.
But then think of the bed.
Yeah, but the problem is you can't always sometimes like reach it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's a further, so I'm running on both sides and trying to reach across, and it's like, oh, that's not working so well. So I don't know. It's crazy. All right, so a couple of housekeeping things, guys. I have the holiday quilting bee coming up. I will have a video out this week to announce that. It is September 1st. It's hard to believe that Labor Day is less than 30 days from now. It's I'm trying to figure out like where this entire year is going.
It is flying by, isn't it?
It is. So I'm trying to finish out trying to pick what we will be doing on the holiday quilting bee. So look for that announcement this week so you can see what pattern I picked that we'll be working on. Of course, we'll have gifts and prizes and all that like we always do. So that's September 1st. Now, I think that's the only. So I got one more done. What's this? So this is from the Holiday Quilting Bee.
That's
So
cute.
we did this one. I think this was July 4th for Christmas in July. So I think this turned out good. He got, we did the long arming on it yesterday, and we did a snowflake on the back. I don't know how well it's going to show up.
Oh, that's cute. I like the snowflake.
So this was a free pattern that we got off of Everyone Quilts or something like that from one of the magazines. They have a website, and they have all kinds of beautiful quilt patterns out there. So I grabbed this one to do Christmas in July.
I like it.
Well, Miss Carrie, I have enjoyed being with you this afternoon.
Same. I wish I could have seen the chat because it's real tiny for me.
Oh, it is?
Oh, yeah. Well, with being on my phone. So hopefully next time, if we get a chance to do this again, I'll be able to do it from my PC or a different screen so I can help keep up with chat and stuff like that. I wasn't ignoring anybody. I just couldn't read it.
So, and interesting enough, I have, so I work typically off my laptop. One thing I don't like about StreamYard is I can't set up a second camera from a machine, but I'm working through that. But also in here, I have a 70-inch television. So I keep the live on so I can look up and see off of that screen.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
A lot of times better than I can watch what's going on over here. It's just crazy.
I got an empty space over here above my desk and PC that I'm hoping to have a larger TV so I can flip everything around and be able to do the same thing.
It makes such a difference, and I end up watching YouTube, the whole time I'm sitting in here sewing. So I love to watch. That's typically I stalk a lot because I don't get to. I don't always have, like, if I'm watching on the TV, I have to get on my phone or something to be able to chat.
Yeah.
So I get to watch a lot of stuff, but I don't always chat sometimes. But it makes a big difference having that TV up there for that reason.
It does. And it's one of the reasons why I really liked the Discord. I don't know if you have it or you think about it. If you just for a separate group, like if you want to, about all your followers and stuff, they can interact with you kind of thing. I think it's great. And that way we're not missing somebody popping in or, kind of thing. So yeah, it was great to be here. Thank you. It was fun.
Well, I hope things work out with your husband.
Thank you very much.
I hope you have a good time at the quilt retreat and learn lots.
That paper piecing, I might have to have a glass of wine at dinner or something like that after my session. We'll see. We'll see.
Crazy. Well, I'm going to end here. I'll play the exit and then it'll actually exit us out. So I won't talk to you again, but you've got my number. We can text and chat anytime.
Absolutely. And next time you go into 35th and Jackie's there, let's FaceTime or something because that would be super cool.
Right. How cool is that? She will she'll just shake her head. She's going to be, boy, you get around too much now. You got to slow down.
Right. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, John. I appreciate seeing your face.
No, it's good to get to know you, and I enjoyed it, and we will certainly do it again.
Absolutely. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Happy crafting, everyone.